Hi, welcome back to Bruce Workshop. Today I'm going to share how to ask for quotation for 3D printing. If you don't know what is 3D printing, this video may not for you yet. You can go to any corner of that pop up on screen to watch my previous video to talk about ideas of 3D printing. So back to the title, how to get a quotation for your budgeting purpose. You don't have the models, you only have the, or maybe you just search some 2D image from internet. That is not the case. You may very hard to get a quotation from any supplier. So one thing, you need to have the ideas. What is the step you need to work? There are four main steps you need to prepare for 3D printing. Number one is you need to have the ideas of what model you want to make. So to 3D print some 3D object, you need to have a 3D models. If you don't have 3D models, you cannot do anything unless you got, but you can get the quotation before the 3D model make. But the modeling fees from internet now average they charge around 60 ringgit per hours. Depend on how many hours, how much complexity of your model request. So that is depend. I cannot really give a quote example for you. Depend if you just a one square box. Some of the modeler like me, if you just really want a square box, I just create it for free because it's too simple. Other than that, there will be followed by texture or curve, but that doesn't matter with the size. It's about the detail, because some detail work very easily will spend more than 10 hours to, or some people will make 20 hours on that. So if you can calculate that model expect me to make 2 days, mean 2 exactly working hours, and example 10 hours, then will be 600 ringgit for that models. Okay, number 2, which is the size. If you want to take the code for 3D printing, you need to have a size at least in your mind. So let me take an example. Okay, this is an example. This is the models I just print today. It's a character from a game, and it's very cute. So if you got this in 2D picture, you don't have the 3D models, but you want to have some idea how much we really print this out. I mean really printed it. So I just measure it roughly 2 centimeter on surrounded. So you make a square box 2 times 2, and the height is roughly 4. So you just could put 2 times 2 times 4. So in this case, you can just tell them x is 2, y is 2, then z is 4 centimeter. So people have some idea that he can give you a quotation based on that scale, but you must know, because like example for this one, maybe they only use 50% of the square space. If you quote the exactly size, there will be higher price, and that is good thing in case you want to do a lot of additional part inside, include the support and support material. It will be at another charge. So you just make a square box, a full solid square box, to quote this thing before you make the models. So the model disappear, and a square box times 2 times 2 times 4 is how many cm square and how many material we use for that 3D printing. So at least you got this, then the supplier can give you a quotation. Number 3 is material. What material you are looking for? You got the size, but you not request what kind of material. If you don't have any ideas on material, you can tell people what your requirement. Hey, I want transparent. I want just prototyping. Give me as cheap as possible, or I need a very nice finishing, smooth surface, those kind of stuff, or high accuracy. Depend on your model size and the complexity of the models, we can make an optional material for you. No matter you STL, FDM, or normal thermoplastic or you use a resin print like this. This is a very high resolution resin print, and depend on that you got the ideas. The supplier got the ideas what you actually need, then only can give you a quotation. So the fourth step. The fourth part is you need to know what finishing you need. Some of them I don't want finishing. Some of them I just please remove support to me. But normally provider will remove all the print support for you. But you need to know if you are looking for something really from the market. It's like very smooth surface. I want to sand it. I want to paint it in different color. There will be extra charge. Please remember that. If you give an example, if you play desktop game, then you buy the character, it's 100 over ringgit. The character is only one color, gray. You need to paint it for yourself. Same as 3D printing. Normally we print out is one single color. Unless you got a special requirement, design it to be separated parts. Otherwise, it's very hard to work on it. So unless you got a very simple text model, that will be different. So okay. Here's another example. This is my keyboard, small keyboard, and this look like it's different part. So different part print in different color is possible. So depend on your request, what you are looking for. At least you get the quotation for your budget first. Then you'll go to ask for 3D model everything out. So like my workflow, I will simply get, if I receive your 2D picture, I will ask you same these 4 questions. First thing, do you have the models? Normally no. Second thing, you will need a model service. And the second thing is, what size of your model you need. So what size of node, if you got a size, I can create a box for that to quote. Definitely the actual price will lower, but for payment design you will follow that box because you don't have any idea yet until you print it out, until you get the 3D models to calculate actual finishing. But for budgeting purpose, it's good. It's more than enough because the price will be lower. They will not possible to be higher unless you use a very expensive technology to print. That will be different. So I'm talking about the third thing is material. What material to get your coat? If you don't have the expensive requirement, will depend on the size of your model because some small size you cannot print for some machine. You need to use some special machine to print a very small size niche detailed. And the fourth part is finishing. If you not require any finishing, raw part, pure one color, white, black, gray, fine. You don't need to worry about that. So I hope this video helped you. The fourth part, model, size, material, and finishing. This is what all you need to have in your mind, or have the question in your mind before you ask the quotation. It can save you a lot of time by waiting email reply. If you got any question, you can leave a comment below or WhatsApp me. You can go to my website b3d-online.com to get my WhatsApp link. Just WhatsApp me anything, I will reply you. Or if there is a lot of same question, I will make a video to show it up in YouTube in my channel Bruce Vlog. Thank you for watching and see you next time, next video.